Today was a leveling up day. Started at work where I had a conversation with somebody who does what I do. They are more successful than I am, and they're organized, and they have a real prospecting system, which I don't. And it's, got me thinking, like, maybe I want to have a better prospecting system. So I started talking to people, asking them what they use, talked to AI, asked it for advice, just leaned in. So, we're talking about shortening the time between thought and action. Today was a good day for, quick transition from thought to action. So that's encouraging. And that'll continue to be a work in progress. But I think, I'd like to have a good cold call source and be doing cold calls on a daily basis. I started my sales career doing cold calls, and the challenge is finding reliable information, reliable sources of information, and everybody has the same issue. So I'm talking to people about that, but I'm in the hunt, and so that's a good step. Then came home, played some drums. There's a song I've been practicing. It's interesting that it's hard to play an instrument for a long period of time. Like, if you're not used to it, it's like anything. It's hard to just sit down and play for an hour. I think about, like, being a kid and playing piano and how hard it was for my parents to get me to practice. And, I didn't even play for that long. Like, there are kids who play for a lot longer than I played. But, playing for an hour, and there are kids who play for like 2 hours, 3 hours every day. And it just gives you an appreciation. Like, for me to sit down and play the drums for an hour would be exhausting right now. I sat down and played today for 25 minutes, which is the longest I think I've played since I started drumming. And it's more of a mental endurance thing than a physical endurance thing. But I've been practicing a song. I played it 5 times over, which is the most I've had, and I'm getting better, so that's good. And then went to Jujitsu, and same thing, kind of was like, okay, I want to do this, and was able to do it. Just saw myself kind of performing on things, getting more aggressive in a good way, getting more assertive, moving forward. So that feels good. Feels good when you can see yourself getting better, learning, being open to learning, asking for help. These are good things to do.